Coming up this week on Ralph and Vicky's Archer's Choice.
It's so rewarding at the end when we're successful.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, just sitting on your own piece of property in a tree stand, knowing that you did everything you could to try to make a successful hunt.
This week, the most sought after big game animal on the planet.
We're gonna head to Iowa for whitetail deer. I mean, it's what we want.
Yeah, it's a girl show again.
Well, what do you mean again? What do you mean again? You know what? Here's the deal: is that Ralph and I have been putting in, and so is my buddy Christy from Realtree. And you know what? You have to. We're non-residents, so it took 4 years to draw a whitetail tag.
But we got them.
But we got them.
For archery.
But here's the deal. Christy and I had this plan, and then Ralph ended up drawing his tag. So Ralph's got to stay home the first week, and Christy and I are going to head out the first week into Iowa, and we get to hunt first, and then Ralph can change out. So after Christy and I are done, then he can hunt. And the best thing about
I guess it's just like bull elk tags and cow tags, you know what I mean?
But the best thing about it is that, you know what, in the summertime while I was back in the office working and making sure contracts and everything else was done, you and the guys were out there putting in our HS plots and getting everything.
Busting our butts.
Exactly. So everything was ready.
You were sitting in a comfortable chair going.
You don't like computers and we don't like you in the office, so let's just get rolling, shall we?
We'll see who hunts first next time. You know, one of the things is, you know, like a lot of our hunting is done a lot by ourselves.
Yeah.
And having the fun of putting in food plots, you know what I mean? Scouting, hanging tree stands, putting ground blinds in, brushing our ground blinds
out there.
I mean, that's why we've done this, because it's so much fun.
Well, this is, I mean, honestly, we started doing this crazy stuff because we love to hunt.
Yeah.
It wasn't for any other reason whatsoever. So, you know, when we knew we were going to get tags this year, well, I knew Christy and I should draw. We were surprised that you got a tag.
Yeah, well.
So it just happened that way. So when we were actually getting ready to figure out what's going to happen, Ralph's like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and going to work on some food plots.
We took our woods tiller, we had the tractor down there. I mean, we busted butt. I mean, we broke a lot of ground.
You guys were out there, and it's 90
new trails.
Sweating their butts off.
Found a way to get all the way to where we wanted to. So, I mean, all in all, that's part of it.
Well, Ralph's got the chainsaw, we got the tractor. Something bad is probably bound to happen.
Well, what we're doing is doing exactly what we do every summer. We're getting cameras out, we're getting our spy points out, Josh, Chad, and I, and we're getting them all ready to start seeing what's on the farm. And it's a hot one today, so we're trying to get as much done this morning as we possibly can. That should be good. See, believe it or not, we love this. This is what we love. We're not about just going to outfitters and just getting in a stand. We love putting in our food plots. We love scouting. We love putting our trail cameras up. We love cutting trail. I mean, everything about the outdoors and hunting is what we're all about. Woo, man, baby. And I'm awesome to have Vicky just because she's taking care of the things at home. And we're able to get this stuff done here. What are you gonna call? Peek.
So we have a plan. Ralph and the guys are gonna go out and put in food plots and get things ready. Maybe hang up a couple new stands. Figure out where we're gonna put some ground blinds in. Thinking that he was gonna be hunting, but honestly,
first opportunity to hunt.
Christy and I are up first.
Yeah. Okay.
Girls first.
Yeah, Ralph, just take another one for the team because that's what I do. Just like the bull tag, bull elk tag you get.
Just give that up, okay?
I can't. Just.
Christy Barnes, she works down at Realtree, and she's a licensing agent for them.
Upon arriving to Iowa, Vicki and Christy waste no time in getting sighted in. However, wind conditions are making the process difficult.
It was really windy outside, so we were actually kind of standing next to our pole barn trying to block some of that wind so that the arrow trajectory isn't going to be all jacked up from the wind rather than from one of our sights. Bam.
With their bows sighted in, the girls head back to the cabin for a bite to eat. The two also strategize and discuss a game plan for tomorrow's hunt.
First morning in Iowa. Christy and Freddie are going down to another step line in the bottom here, and Josh and I, we're gonna go hop on our Yamaha, take it on the other side of the farm. We're gonna go down sitting on the east hedgerow, see what we can see. First morning out, Josh and I take the Yamaha and we're gonna go and get in our stand. And we get up to the top of the ridge and we realize the wind is so wrong. It's the first morning. I don't wanna mess up the farm. I look at Josh and I go, you know what? We're done for the morning. We're not even gonna go out. And I think he looked at me like I was crazy, but I didn't wanna mess the place up.
Meanwhile, Christy is set up in an Ameristep ground blind hoping to see some action.
So this is our first morning hunting in southwest Iowa. It's been pretty warm. It was about 66, 67 degrees when we walked to the blind, and it's just hopefully things move early or late. That's what we're anticipating. We're sitting on a fighter rack food plot, and we had a spike come through already, and hopefully some bigger ones are following him.
Unfortunately, no such luck comes for Christy, so the girls regroup and decide to give it another shot in the afternoon.
We have east winds again, like we did this morning, so we set up this blind so we could hunt there this afternoon with the east winds, and actually it looks like a lot of this week is going to be east winds, so it's going to be kind of iffy for the wind for us, but hopefully everything will be just as we need it. All we need is 2 bucks to walk in front of 2 girls. Not asking for much. Believe it or not, it's October 29th, and it's like 75 degrees out, so 78 degrees outside. We're sweating. I keep wiping my makeup off, my camel makeup off, because I'm sweating. I've got sweat running down my back. We have sprayed down over and over and over with our BioStrike because we just are trying to contain the scent we have. And ozonics running up above too. Normally we don't set up a blind and sit it in the same day, but you know, I actually have a really good feeling about this and I don't know why. All we can do is hope for the best and try not to melt, I guess.
So this is our first afternoon sit in southwest Iowa hunting with Ralph and Vicki. I am in what Vicki calls the princess stand, so I hope it's lucky for this princess. It's really, really hot. We were sweating walking into the stand, so really hope that the deer are moving. We expect them to move late, so we're just gonna sit here and wait patiently as possible. Well, it's the end of day 1. It's been pretty warm. Not much deer movement, so hoping that the cooler temps that are coming this evening are gonna get them on their feet, and we'll hope for better luck in the morning.
With no luck today, the crew returns to the cabin, hoping for a chance to fill their tags tomorrow.
So it's our second morning hunting in Iowa. We just had a great little 9 come through. He was really pretty and stood at 13 yards. Let us get a real good look at him. He'll be a great deer. So that's exciting for what might be
We hunted a couple different stand setups. We had a couple different encounters. Christy was seeing way more deer than I was when I was going out in the stands. We had gotten permission to go ahead and go through the neighbor's property so that I could go sit in Ralph's tree. Now Ralph has a special tree on the piece on our property there, and the wind, we've been waiting for just the perfect wind. It's been in the mid 70s, almost 80 degrees. It's been hot. We've had some crazy winds, not the winds we want for our farm there.
We are set up in one of Ralph's favorite spots. He's at home being Mr. Mom. RJ is out this morning. He's got a day off of school. He's out there. He's got his weight in his hand in Illinois. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that he can fill his Illinois archery tag for the first time ever.
As we're sitting there, I rattled right as soon as first camera light came on, did a little bit of rattling, and we had like this little Forky come walking by, this little spike dude. He comes underneath our tree stand. He has no clue we're there, and he's just milling around, eating on the brush. It was about 9 o'clock, 9:30, and I just, I looked, I'm like, it's getting hot. We're thinking about, we're just gonna get out of the stand. It's not gonna happen. The wind's starting to kind of swirl a little bit. We're getting a little nervous. We need to get out of here. Because if I blow up Ralph's stand, that's the end of me. So I decide 9:15, 9:30, we're gonna rattle one more time and see what happens. So I start rattling, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, it was like textbook, like how did this happen? I rattle, I see movement in front of us, there's a smaller buck, but all of a sudden there's just this big buck shows up, and he's looking up, trying to figure out where the rattling's going on. It was crazy. It was a crazy morning. As this buck is working his way up, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's not gonna come in. He's walking to the bedding area. And I thought, what should I do? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching him. I'm thinking, this is it. He's gonna walk away. Well, wouldn't you know it, he got to where that other 8-point came out of, and he picked up his scent and he started walking towards us. Now, I wasn't really sure 100% on that shot. I thought, you know what? It's a hair back, a hair low. I'm gonna give it time. So we waited.
We've been sitting here for 3 hours. And we haven't seen or heard anything. We've had good wind all morning going this way. I shot a beautiful 10-point this morning. We're gonna get down now and go take a look at him. Go take a look, see what the blood looks like, and go recover that buck. White sliver. Busted my broadhead off. Well, the stuff on the leaf isn't that fresh, but the stuff on the ground is. Josh and I, Josh's on the cameras, just the two of us out here right now. We're gonna split up and see if we can find blood. We're gonna start doing a grid trying to find blood so we know which way he went. There's just so many trails in here that there's no way to tell where anything's at. So, Josh, you go down that trail there, and I'll keep looking for blood over here.
We just couldn't find, I mean, the grass, the brush, everything is just so high. We're on our hands and knees, and we finally I spot him. I'm hooting and hollering, trying to get Josh to hurry up so that he can get over here because I see him and he's done. He's over, he's done with, but I need to get my hands on him. Josh! Come here. I think he's down right there. I see his antlers. Look at this beautiful deer. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. I was so nervous about losing him with the weather coming in. Oh, look at him. He's a beautiful Iowa 10-point. I have my tag in my backpack. Look at those tines. He's tight, he curves around tight. Thank you, Lord, for letting us find him. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to call Ralph. It was over emotional. It was one of those things where it's like, it's a beautiful buck. I rattled this deer in. He came to my call, which is, I mean, it happens, but it doesn't happen. I mean, you see it on TV, but then you wonder, does it really happen? But it really did happen.
Okay, I guess I have to give credit where credit is due. Oh, that hurt.
Really?
Oh, congratulations on your deer.
Thank you.
Awesome, really. I'm proud of you guys.
I appreciate that. You know.
And Christy, she
had some opportunities. She ran into a couple brick walls.
Yeah, I mean, they just, every time, like, they would appear and gone, and
you know what?
that poor girl, man.
I give Christy more credit, though, because she was out there, seriously, she didn't leave our farm for 7 days.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let her leave the farm. She was in the stand
that's a hunter.
before sunup.
Okay, that's a hunter.
To, like,
I mean, no doubt about it.
She'd come out and have lunch for an hour, and they'd go back and sit, and we had like 75 degrees. I mean, it was warm, but the deer were moving throughout the day, and she wanted to fill her bow tag.
Yep.
She wanted to. So
she was
Christy,
a trooper.
You're a trooper. Love you,
Way to go, girl.
Woo. Now, we also have, next week, we have more Iowa, and you're into town then, and I guess I'll have to stay home.
Yeah, it's about time. I mean,
okay?
Yeah. How did you like how we got the farm ready for you girls?
It was beautiful, and I really appreciate it.
Trails were marked really well. Stands were perfect.
I might have taken the biggest deer so far, so
just,
you know. Hey, it is what it
Josh,
is. We want
Chad,
to
and
thank
I
you guys for watching this
butts.
week's show. We'll see you next week.
Just,
same time, same channel.
Yeah,
right
we'll
here.
probably be working harder next
Thanks
week
for
just
watching.
for the girls. You know what I mean? Just because it's
He's just going to keep rambling.
all about
so
them.
Just let him go.
But next week, bam.